Mike's live?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
go.
go! Hello everyone. Welcome to the Metroid Fusion Any %.
We'll start explaining everything in a couple seconds, but first of all, there's the hardest trick in the game coming up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, gotta focus here for a second.
Okay. Slightly faster text machine from Mandatoby to the left of me, to the right of you.
Okay, here we go. Perfect
Yes!
time. Okay.
Okay, made the slightly slower one.
Yeah, so now that the hard part of the run is over, welcome everybody to Metroid Fusion. We should introduce ourselves first. I'm Mandatoby.
Boxmeister here.
We're doing the any % category today, meaning we're trying to get through the game as quickly as possible, without any detours if possible. First couple minutes of this game are relatively simple.
Lots of text boxes.
Yeah, lots of text boxes, not too much action in the first couple minutes. Until we get to the first boss. And then a lot of things will happen at the same time, so maybe it's a good idea to go about the game in general for a second. We're on the space station, and we're here with our computer. You can see the computer talking right now. You'll actually see that a lot, because the computer likes to talk. And we're here to investigate what's going on the space station. So the computer always tells you what to do and where to go, and so on and so on.
Yeah, this game is a very story-driven entry in the Metroid franchise. Most of the Metroid games have a little story text, not much interaction, but this game really guides you through the game with the computer, rambling on and on and on. It adds half an hour at least in terms of text.
Yeah, and you can't really skip the text or sequence break the game. You have to sit through it.
Yeah, the text to mesh through the text, it is not just meshing we do. You have to time it. You can speed up the text, and at the end of each the full lines appearing, you need to press A again. So you use a very specific timing actually. And right now, well, we're being guided towards the first upgrade.
Yeah, there are data rooms all across the station where you can download additional items. And we're about to get our first expansion here, which is going to be the missile expansion.
It's an odd deviation in compared to the other Metroid games, because usually the first upgrade you get in the Metroid game is the Morph Ball. But this game deviates from that formula. And it's also different in the fact that you download your upgrades instead of picking up items.
Yeah. There are a lot of things in this game that are unusual for Metroid titles. Like the amount of text and a couple other things. So now we got the missiles. You start off with 10 missiles. Missiles are actually really useful in this game. You can do loads of tricks with them. But we'll go into that a bit deeper as soon as we get to the first point where missiles will be useful.
Which is the first boss.
Which is the first boss, yeah. So yeah, as I said, there's not much to say in the first couple minutes of the game. It's really just get used to the controls, and then but it'll get a lot more interesting.
Yeah, there are several things you can say about the movement in general, though. You may notice that we walk as much as possible, because moving through the air by jumping is slower. Exception is wall jump. Wall jump is somewhat faster.
3 beams already.
1 beam.
4 beams.
No double.
5 beams. Oh
2
wow.
beams.
6 beams.
2 beams.
7 beams.
Yeah, this is the first instance of RNG. The door goes down in 3 missiles.
Epic.
If you do proper execution, you can get 2 missiles in per round. but it can fire 0 to 4 beams between opening its eye.
Yeah, this is completely random.
This first boss is called Arachnes, and Arachnes takes 16 missiles for its form to go down, and 3 for the Core X form right afterwards. Got a perfect Arachnes fight, more or less.
Okay, so as I said, a lot of things going on at the same time. Boxmeister mentioned a couple of them. First of all, there's the Idor. You will see a lot of Idors throughout the whole run, and as you can see, they can either open their eye or shoot at you, and you want them to open their eye so you can damage them. But that's random, and you can't manipulate it. So, as you saw, Boxmeister got much better RNG in this case, so he's ahead right now.
I got both cases and both ends better RNG. The Arachnes can do rolls and such, which also could slow you down considerably.
Yeah,
because Arachnes you can't damage Arachnes while he rolls. So in general, you want to bring Arachnes down in 16 rolls. Plant and do doubles on the Core X. The Core X, you can, if you fire your missiles properly, you can get 2 missiles in per round, just like the Idar. But it takes fire. Basically, what you do, you time your missiles, space them apart, and you let the Core X fly into it from the side. The hitbox of the Core X is square, so it then flies into both missiles, meaning you get 2 missiles in per round, which skips you invulnerability rounds in between. So here we have a large cutscene in this game, showing our main antagonist, scary fella. She's a copy of Samus, us. So yeah, very scary as a kid, right, Toby?
No. Don't want to talk about it.
Still gives him nightmares.
Absolutely, man.
So yeah, the space station has sectors, and this copy of Samus you see, and nearly all enemies we encounter in this game are parasites, which invade creatures, kill them, and copy their characteristics. That parasite you see copied us. She comes from us. Luckily, through a Metroid vaccine, we survived it, but now can absorb these parasites. But we first need to defeat their copied forms before we can absorb them.
Yeah.
And if they can drop either green parasites, which refill our missiles, or yellow parasites, which fill our health. So right now we're in the first sector. Sector 1 is very movement intensive. It's a matter of being on top of your missile counts and getting through. Oops.
Yeah, missile count plays an important role in this sector. That's why we picked up that one missile tank at the main deck. It's technically not faster to pick up that specific tank, but it gives you more missiles for the sector and makes the ammunition management a lot easier.
Let's see if we can get this. Nope. Didn't get the strat. Maybe Toby can show it up to you. Nice.
Whew. That's a really cool strat. So, all in all, you don't want to take damage in this sector. If you're at full health, enemies are guaranteed to drop Green X, and Green X refill your ammunition count. So you want to be at full health to get as many green drops as possible.
Nope.
And there are these stabilizers. We have to clean them. They take 3 missiles each, and they're guaranteed to drop you 1 green X.
When you take them down.
Yeah.
That should be fine.
Yeah, but 8 and 11 missiles, it's quite good.
This is also a little bit of RNG.
Yeah, I got a better RNG there.
Either it moves up or it moves down. If it moves up, you can immediately fire the 3 missiles into it. But if it moves down, you have to wait. Oh, picked up some more.
So many green drops. Okay.
Got a few green drops, so I'm at 8 missiles.
Yeah, we're both fine. You just need enough to make it to the next boss, and then you get like a refill.
Yeah, the Idors drop red X's, which give you, at this point in the game, a full refill.
Nice. I cleared the 2 blocks.
And for all of the game for us, it will give us a free refill because it's one. No doubles.
Ooh, was that a double?
No beams. No beams. But
What is it?
No doubles.
Oh no, no doubles.
So far my Iridor RNG is really good.
Yeah, mine isn't. So you can also double this boss. It takes 4 hit, meaning if you get 2 doubles, you can...
Got 2 doubles.
Nice. Okay, you can take it down in 2 hits if you're good.
Beam core X's are difficult because you need to time your missiles
double
into when the eye opens, and that you use your falling down to overlap the missiles. It is not a very consistent trick.
No, it's really all about timing your shots.
Here, normally you're supposed to walk all the way around the rock formation to kill that stabilizer.
Yeah.
But by damage boosting through, oops,
Let's skip that.
you can skip that, which saves you a little bit of time.
Shave the frames. Okay, so we didn't explain the item we just picked up. We picked up Charge Beam, and Charge Beam is really useful. I think it's probably the best Charge Beam in any Metroid game.
Yeah, by a landslide.
Yeah, because not only does it do a lot of damage, it also has this flare around Samus' arm cannon. If you fire a fully charged shot, you have this heat flare around your arm cannon, and that also does damage in addition to the shots you fire. So if you fire a fully charged shot and you hit an enemy point blank, you do a total of 26 damage, which is a lot.
Yeah, we use this flare in later boss fights to speed them up. We'll get to that.
Just for comparison, a single missile does 10 damage.
Yeah, at this point in the game. At later points in the game we upgrade our missiles and our beam.
Yeah, but for now our beam is by far our most powerful weapon.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Also, a thing you might have seen is that we start charging our beam before a door and we have a full charge right after the door.
Yeah.
That's the thing we'll use in order to have basically a kill ready for an enemy once we enter a room.
Do you have time for a donation?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
We got a €5 donation from Nick saying, "No, Boxman." Also, yes, I did try to count the amount of nanas required, so it sounds right. Good luck to the Boxman and hi to the teacher man in the back. Also, murder the animals because going fast.
I have to disappoint him on the murder the animals part, because in this game we have to save them, there's no choice.
We'll try to.
Yeah, we want to kill them in this game, though, if we would have had the chance, because they're annoying.
It's canon. It's fine. I forgive you.
Thanks. So we're in the next sector now.
This sector is more dangerous for the beginners, because the red worms you see, the Zoros, they do roughly half an E-tank of damage. We have both 1 E-tank at this point, so you can take 4 hits. But it's hard to go fast and dodge them at the same time. So we want to kill them when they are in our way by firing. They take 2 missiles or 1 full charge shot.
Yeah, it's also a good example for the flare. You can kill them with a flare.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you actually need them. You don't need the flare, but it's helpful. Fine. There's also some RNG involved in the patterns.
Yeah, if they approach towards you, it's harder to get the 2 missiles in and dodge them.
Okay, we got pretty good RNG there with the
We're
layouts.
synced, basically. So yeah, right now the security level 1 activates, so the blue doors can now be opened by us.
Right.
As the game progresses, we unlock more
and more doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I didn't get the double.
Yeah, I'm getting into that hole is hard.
Kind of tricky. Are you going for the jump?
I'm going for it.
Alright. Let's see who gets it. No, oh boy.
Nice.
Okay, that jump is really tight.
It's almost, you have 1 or 2 frames to do that
Yeah.
one. It's slightly faster if you get it. Yeah, we're still
Still fine.
pretty
Yeah,
much
it's
tied.
RNG. This game is full of RNG. Like
Yeah.
not only items but also bosses. So even if you have good execution, RNG can just wreck you.
Yeah.
So we just got the bombs. Bombs are pretty useless in this game compared to other Metroids. Like you can't do infinite bomb jumps. They're almost useless. So yeah, not much to say for the moment. Just dodge all the Zoros. Don't take too much damage. And then there's a boss fight coming up shortly.
Yeah, that boss fight coming up is a major source of RNG.
Yeah.
Yes, got wall jump. Basically, you can quickly immork and wall jump to make it past the red pancakes, as we call them.
Yeah. Pancakes can also be quite annoying because they tend to jump around a lot.
Dang it.
So, Chad, in case you want to play a little game, the next boss can waste jumps around a lot, and you can waste a random amount of jumps between 3 and 11. 3 being the best, 11 being the worst.
3 and
So-
12, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's 3 and 11 should be. So yeah, if you want, you can get your guesses in. Just name number 3.
Got no beams.
Oh wow. 3 to 11. How many jumps will we get?
Probably, probably gonna get 11 since I got no beams on their eye door. Doing the
I want to get something.
dance.
I want to get something good to
No
make up.
jumps for
Wow.
the first phase.
To
Wow.
make 1, 2, 2.
One jump on the second. Oh god. This is best RNG up until
3,
so far.
4,
2,
5,
3.
6.
3.
6 already.
I got 3 jumps. I got the 3 jumps.
That's ridiculous. I got 6 already. 7, 8.
I got the best RNG on this boss. This is really rare. I've never seen it happen before. I got both doubles on it. Oh my god. The best RNG you can get. This is really rare.
Okay, I missed a double. 8 jumps. That's hard. Okay, I got sweet spot though.
Sweet spot is also something we haven't explained. When you kill the core X, it will travel to its location, but if you kill it on the location, you can immediately absorb it to get the ability.
Yeah. So you want to kill it as closely to that point as possible.
Yeah. So here we encounter our copy again. You can get past it here, but it's really dangerous and really precise.
Yeah, it's
Not
if
worth
you
it.
touch it, you're instantly dead.
Yeah, you die.
In the 100% category, you have enough E-tanks to basically just run through with the right technique. But in any percent, you really don't want to do it
Yeah.
unless you're desperate for a good time. It saves around, I think, 8 seconds if you do it really quickly.
Yeah, especially for beginners, not worth it.
Not at all.
And in a marathon setting,
No.
definitely not worth it.
Okay, so that was Sector 2 for now, pretty much. You're going to see the sector again, but for now we're moving on to the next part.
Yeah, the jungle sector, sector 2, really nice. What you can also see is that we jump into the side of those cocoons and get instantly put on top of them. It's
Yeah.
a weird game mechanic thing.
Some enemies have a weird hitbox.
The same you'll see in the later game for frozen enemies.
Alright, for now more text.
Yeah. I still can't believe I just got 3 jumps on Zazabi. That's really rare.
It was the opposite in all our test races. I
Yeah.
got really good RNG and Boxmeister. I think, didn't you get an 11 jump once?
Yeah, I got the 11 jumps in practice earlier this week. I think it was yesterday when we did that race.
Okay, so after Sector 2 comes Sector 4.
Yeah, you may notice that every sector starts with a main, with a navigation room, a save room, and a recharge room. It always goes to the right, except for Sector 4. There you go to the left, into the sector.
It's important to keep that in mind.
Yeah, some runners have zoned out during the elevators and then started to walk to the right. Or accidentally start walk to the left when they're not in Sector 4. Shoutouts to Kirby Master.
So our task in this sector is pretty straightforward. Find the boss and kill it.
Conserve energy as you go.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah, Sector 4 is filled with water, as you may have noticed from the text. Unfortunately, the power cables are broken, so the water is electrified, so you take damage inside.
I didn't get the jump extent. Wow.
Whoops. Great. I missed that one. What you also saw me use there specifically was something called an R-shot. When you have a full beam charge and you have missiles, you can use your R to shoot it without changing your movement state. This also means you can shoot in spin form without breaking out of it. Normally when you use B to shoot, well, in spin form you'll go break out of spin.
It's really useful in some cases.
Yeah, it's definitely useful. It shines much later into the game as well.
Okay, so we're coming up on the next boss, and this boss is a very good example for flare damage being really useful.
Yeah, the boss
has exactly 50 health, so if you hit it point blank 2 times, you can 2-cycle it, and that's what we're trying to do here. First of all, there's the Idor. One beam.
One beam.
Yeah, one beam as well. Okay, so here's the boss.
Okay, takes a little bit of focus.
Okay.
I don't think that was point blank. Let's see. It does.
Oh, I got a troll pattern.
It's gonna be at least a 3 round.
Oh, nice! I got a 2 round.
I'm gonna get not even a 3.
Okay, and
yeah.
okay, that was a relatively clean fight. I got a bad pattern there, but I got the 2 cycle. Okay, nice shot.
Yeah, I finally finished it.
And I also got 2 doubles on the core.
Oh crap! I
Ooh,
fell.
that's something you don't want to see.
Yeah, you don't want to fall into the water here because that makes the fight so much harder. Like,
underwater movement is a bit annoying in this game.
Yeah, because you're much slower in water.
So the item we get here is the speed booster, everybody's favorite item. You've probably seen it before. It allows you to fly around the map and do some really cool tricks. There are some really cool speed booster tricks in this game.
Yeah, you can do shine spike, which we did in that little alcove underneath that ledge.
Yeah, that's a good example for a low height shine spark, for example. You have you have to spark right above the ground. Like it's pixel perfect. The spark Boxmeister just did there. And there's another pixel perfect spark coming up right here on my side.
Yeah, the first one we can just mash out since we're stuck between the platforms.
Yeah, this one is a bit harder. Oh, I got it. Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
So there's a semi-consistent setup for that. Thanks. But it's not free. Thank you to the tech guys. We appreciate it. And it's actually quite a lot faster if you get it. Saves quite some time.
Yeah, definitely. No.
Yeah, that was
a wind
bit
spark. A spark in the wrong direction we call a wind spark in the community.
Okay, so we killed the boss, we lowered the water level, and we collected the items. So we're done here for now.
Yeah.
You visit all these sectors multiple times, so...
Yeah, most sectors are visited twice, with the exception of Sector 5, which you visit a grand total of 3 to 4 times.
Really?
I think.
Ice missiles, power bomb, nightmare. 3?
Yeah, 3. Except, of course, if you run 100%, then you visit them, all of them once more.
Okay, so since we skipped Sector 3, we're going to do it now. Sector 3 is the hot sector.
Nice opposite for Sector 4, with all the water.
Yeah. And this is also the first sector where you're supposed to have the speed boosters, so they, the developers of this game put in a lot of nice shine spark tricks. Some of them might not be intended, but still doable.
Yeah, the fact that every sector starts with a navigation room, save room and recharge room gives for a nice leeway to start a speed boost.
Yeah. So at the start and the end of every sector you get like a free speed booster. Oh, did you just land on that elevator?
No. I had to walk 2 steps. What I do there, it's if you let go of the directional pad, you'll slide across, which is slower. So what you try to do is, do you get it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so I have to buffer that, but that's a 1-frame trick there basically. I buffered it, so it's easier if you do it this way. And now probably didn't save time, but if you speed booster off a ledge, you touch the ground, you have 1 frame where you can store your shine spark. And then you can use it again. So I advanced the game frame by frame there to get that specific frame and start a shine spark.
That specific instance of the trick can also be dangerous, because if you try to do it too early, you won't break the blocks fully and you have to make your way around.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword.
So usually I don't go for
I got the speed break.
What Toby did there is he
what the
he charged his shine spark on the exact moment he breaks a block right before it, but stands on the block before it.
Yeah.
So he both breaks the speed block and charges a shine spark. Bob, which Toby just picked up, is the missile tank, which is almost unskippable.
Almost.
There are 2 ways to skip it. Either way, you do a shine spark chain.
Okay, look at Boxmeister's screen right now. He's.
Yeah,
I was trying to do that, but I grabbed the ladder.
Yeah, it's somewhat faster if you do that.
Okay, I also didn't.
It's not everywhere faster to do a shine spark, just because it has a startup and bonking animation. Jumping in just a normal speed booster form is more preferred.
Okay, so here's the next boss. This boss can be kinda annoying.
Okay, let's see if I can get this trick.
Wow, that was pretty much perfect box fight.
Nice, very nice.
Okay, look at Boxmeister's screen right here.
Nope.
Okay.
You have 1 frame to get a shine spark going there. If you
is it 1 frame?
It's a few frames.
It's really tight.
It's really tight in general. You can get a spark there because your in-game you have 3 seconds to get a. You can hold a shine charge for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And the in-game timer runs while you're in the item picker animation. So.
Yeah, it's a bit complicated to explain. Basically, you can spark out of that room if you're really quick.
Got a few extra around here. It should be fine still.
Yeah. You also got 9 missiles, so.
Yeah, 9 missiles. But you want 3 missiles for the next sector, because you may have to make it past an enemy which takes 3 missiles to get down.
Yeah, you'll need at least 3 missiles, and
I use the remaining missiles here for optimum effect.
Yeah, as long as you have 3, you're fine. There's a way around that if you have less than 3, but that's kind of tricky.
There are 2 ways around it. You can do a Shine Spark combo, or you can pick up the missile tank earlier, which is only slightly slower.
So one thing Boxmeister mentioned, there was right before this boss, this weird robot thing, we both picked up a missile expansion.
Upgrade. You're talking about Bob.
I'm talking about Bob, yeah. And that was right inside this morph ball tunnel, and we rolled through it. It's right there. You just pick it up and keep going. And for a long time, there was no way to skip this expansion. Yeah, basically there was one way, but it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to skip this thing.
7 frames of error on a Shine Spark. It's really tight, and it can be done on console. It has been done on console by 4 or 5 people.
4 people, I think.
Yeah, it's really tight, really tight. Basically task only for real time application.
Yeah.
But recently, about a year ago, someone called tester called ZX, I think it was ZX.
Yeah, ZX found it.
Found a way to clip out of bounds there, so you can work your way around the missile expansion.
Yeah.
So now the 0% category for this game has become a thing.
We can now skip every expansion in this game.
Yeah, in this game only the expansions count towards your item percentage. The major items are not included.
Okay, you saw that barrier on my screen there, this blue thing blocking the path. That's the reason why you want to have at least 3 missiles, because it takes 3 missiles to go down. You'll see it again on Boxmeister's screen in a couple seconds. Ooh. Missed the blue X there. These blue X can do, if they chain together, you can get a lot of damage here.
Yeah, they do about 60-80 damage.
Ooh, that might be too high. Oh wow, I got it.
Nice.
You can break those blocks while picking up the E-tank. Okay, look at Boxmeister's screen here. Yeah,
you may notice me laying a bomb there. That's to break a block in the wall. We'll pick up a missile tank in there later.
Oh, I forgot to make a pattern.
That's
Shame
fine.
on me.
Yeah, you have plenty of time to dodge the blue X's. I didn't. If you shoot at them, they'll become stunned for a second. Oops. Okay, I need to be careful here. I took 1 hit, but I should.
Yeah, it should
fine.
be good. There's the E-tank and then.
Nice.
Ooh, going for the direct spread.
Hey, that was a pretty tight.
Okay, nice. So here's the next boss. Oops.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's the boss.
Yeah, the SAX, you can skip the SAX. You can work your way around the SAX here as well. The problem is that this wall requires power bombs. We don't have power bombs. She has, or it has. It's a copy.
Oh, but that's a good. Okay, 5th round.
Yeah, it's very easy to dodge her because the AI of the SAX encounter is not very bright.
One double.
It doesn't know where we went. So right here we are done with the encounter.
Okay, I got sweet spot. So first of all, looking at Boxmeister screen, you can see that he one-shots the idol there. Using the flare. As I said, the flare does 26 damage, and that one-shots the idol. You could also, at this point, you could also use a missile, since by now missiles do more damage.
Yeah, I like using the charge shot there.
Yeah, and also this boss Boxmeister's at right now, yeah, it can be 4-shot using flare damage.
No 4-shot.
Yeah, I didn't get the 4-shot either.
5-shot.
And then you can double the core again. The core takes 6 hits, so optimum would be 3 doubles, making it
doubling
a 3
right
round.
now has become somewhat harder because as we upgraded our missiles, the speed of the missiles increases and the recharge time, refire time of the missile increases. So that means it's harder to get the missiles together. And this happens for every missile upgrade.
Yeah, you upgrade your missiles a couple times, and with each upgrade it gets harder to get doubles on bosses and cores.
Yep.
Also, these
Good
enemies
job,
can
me.
be kind of annoying.
There we go. What you also see us using from time to time is spin jump with a charge shot into enemies to kill them. This is called a pseudo screw attack, named after the actual upgrade screw attack, which we get
Much later.
much later into the game. But at this point, it's also another functionality of the charge beam, which is really nice. Yeah, escaping from Sector 6 is hard with these puffers, these blue puffer-like enemies flying around.
Yeah, they can give you some really bad patterns.
Yeah, and they have 4 optional directions they can move in, so yeah, it adds more RNG. Whoa, I almost did a very fancy dodge there.
Nice jump ball. Okay. You also see us picking up missile expansions from time to time. There's an amount of missiles you can get for this to get through this game. So most of the runners pick up 45 missiles in total, because it makes a certain boss much easier.
Yeah, 40, 45 are amounts of missiles you see across the Metroid Fusion 90%.
Yeah, if you're comfortable with your ammunition management, you can skip one of the expansions.
It's slightly faster, it's not much faster. It's only a slight difference in timing, so it's basically up to preference.
Yeah, and the optimal amount of missiles would be 35 missiles.
Yeah.
But that's, you need really good ammunition management with that. I think I only know one runner who does it. No, I don't know any runner. There's, pretty sure there's one who does 35 missiles. But yeah, we are both doing 45.
Yeah, 45 is somewhat safe. It's nice because mostly because we have extra missiles for Sector 1.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we pick up that missile tank on at the end of the main deck. That's a nice one to have, and at that point you are almost guaranteed set for 45. There are faster expansions you can pick up though.
Yeah. There are a couple expansions you can pick from.
Sector 5, the cold sector. The reason we go here now, if you follow the in-game story, is because we picked up the Varia suit in the Sector 6.
Nice
Varia suit protects us against damage from cold and heat. Because of the Metroid vaccine, we're vulnerable to cold. Up until the Varia suit, that is. And we need to download more upgrades.
Yeah, there's another upgrade here we need to get. Oh yeah, by the way, Boxmeister, I got a call earlier from Jagger. He wants you to do reverse ice.
I'm not gonna do reverse ice. I've never gotten it.
Sorry, I told it to him, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, reverse ice is a trick you can do from the point where Toby is.
Yeah, right here you can do a trick. Yeah, so I can either leave the store left, well, what I'm going to do. You can also go right, but that's much harder.
Yeah, what you do is you apply the same trick Toby got in
The
Sector
heat
3,
sector.
where you recharge your Shine Spark when you land.
Yeah, but it's a one-frame trick, and it's really hard.
It saves half a second at most.
Yeah, no, I think it's actually pretty much 1 second. If you do it just right, it's 1 second time save.
Yeah, if you do it unbuffered.
Yeah, and if you
Feel
do
it.
it, you enter this room where I am right now from the right.
Yeah. If you fill it, it wastes 15 seconds, I think.
Yeah, it's usually not worth going for.
Yeah, it's
It's not even the world record holder does it.
nobody on the leaderboards has it in the video, I think.
Well, Jagger does it. He does it all the time. Hello?
Not sure if it's in his actual PV on the
Oh, he does it
leaderboard.
in every run.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a runner called Jagger G. He's not running anymore, but he used to do all the really fancy strats in every run.
Yeah, that's really why we call those strats, usually call them Jagger strats.
Yeah. Those are strats that save like a couple seconds, but are really hard to get, and
Yeah, high
Lose
risk,
your
low
time.
reward,
Yeah.
basically. But they look very, very cool if you do them. But for the sake of the marathon and keeping on schedule,
No. We'll see how the run goes, and then maybe we can squeeze in a Jagger Strat or two.
what time is it, Toby?
I think it's meltdown time.
Emergency in Francozy?
Emergency in Francozy. Francozy.
There is a song made by the same person, Jagger. I think.
I think he made the song. So out of the cold into the heat, leaving Sector 5, the
Reactor.
the whole cooling station of this space station is about to explode, and we have now 6 minutes to push the off button.
6 minutes is very generous.
Yeah, it's really generous. So a good meltdown finishes with around 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Or is it 4.5?
4.5. Yeah, it's emergency in Francozy. We call it that way because the computer actually says emergency in Sector 3, but it's got slightly mispronounced. Game Boy Advance sound chip.
Yeah. Ice missiles are also really useful here because you can freeze a lot of enemies and create platforms to save time or get through rooms faster.
Yeah, with 21 missiles and near full health, falling down into lava there is costly.
Didn't kill the fly. Okay, so that cost me around 4 seconds.
Yeah, you use your ice missiles to great effect there to freeze enemies, use them as platforms.
To main boiler explosion.
Ooh, that was tight jump.
It's really a movement-intensive section of the game. It's basically get from point A to point B as quickly as possible.
Nice, you can freeze this side hopper to get up here a bit faster. One beam. Okay, I got one beam on the either. Let's see. This boss takes 4 hits, so with doubles, 2 is the minimum. That was a
Got
double.
the lava boost. Shoutouts to my good man Indy.
Okay, I got a double there, and I got 4 minutes 29 seconds.
That's a
left
really
on
good
clock.
time.
That's not too bad. I also got the white beam now, which spreads my beam and allows me to do a little bit more damage
It's
and kill some enemies.
it triples your damage if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's well since you got the ice beam and the super missiles, your missiles are stronger now. So at the game makes it up to you by making your
beam a lot
beam stronger again. So at this point, the white beam is stronger.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the exact damage values for all these.
Yeah, I don't know the exact values either. I know white beam is stronger. Got 2 beams.
Okay, so now we gotta go back out again. No, light beam is not strong. There's no light beam in this game.
That's echoes.
Yeah. Who plays Echoes, please? Hello, E-Dragon.
404. That's a nice time, I think.
That side hopper.
404, meltdown not found. I did fall down, which wastes me at least 10 seconds.
Okay. So someone donated earlier to kill the animals, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that's coming up right now, so I'll see what I can do.
You can bomb them.
Oh, I would need power bombs to do that.
You can lay bombs, they won't hit, but
I could get power bombs early.
you can get an early expansion of power bombs, but that doesn't mean you can use them early, because you need the main expansion first before you can use them.
Yeah.
It requires a shine spark setup.
Like almost every game, almost every Metroid game has early power bombs, and the one game that really needs it, Zero Mission, doesn't have them.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Prime needs them too, really badly, but Fusion has a couple of early power bombs, and they're not that hard to get, and they're absolutely useless.
It's absolutely useless to get them early because you can't use them. You're actually going for it. Set up through that. Ooh,
Oh,
almost
that
got
was
it.
close. Okay, so this barrier on the right here, you can break that if you're good, which I'm not, and then there's an expansion behind it, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's fun fact. That's actually the last item you pick up in 100%. The one behind that power bomb barrier. Because it's on the way to the final boss,
Okay,
which is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess.
Ooh, was that too far to the left? Oh, okay.
It works.
Okay, this spark is called Animal Spark, and it's very convenient.
Yeah,
So yeah, here are the animals. But I can't get out. I have to save them. Sorry.
Yeah.
I also got really bad animal RNG.
Yeah, they take anywhere between 5 and 15 seconds to get out, depending on the pattern. There's no way we can manipulate it, so
Those were horrible animals.
although they do look pretty cool and adorable,
Yeah, they're.
absolutely adorable.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, they look cool. I don't regret saving them.
That animal spark Toby did there. It used for a long time. Runners used to struggle with that until they found the setup both Toby and I use.
Yeah, it's like a reverse shine break, if that makes sense. There are speed booster blocks on the ground, and you're supposed to just run over them so they break. But if you run over half of the block,
got it.
if you run over half of the block and then stop, you'll still be on top. You'll still be standing on top, but the block will be broken.
I made a mistake. I got the fast jump though, but I froze it too early, so I had to wait for it to unfreeze.
Oh, that's costly.
Yeah, that's costly. So I align myself with this block, start
Yeah.
running, and then break it right as I make it past the block. It's the other it's the other type of shine break one can do. And I saw a couple of animals. One animal ran right past the door as I opened, so that's a slow one. Unfortunately.
Okay, so my computer sent me to get power bombs, which I'm going to do now. There's also another expansion here, and I think that's the last one I'll pick up.
Yeah,
I
it's,
should have 45 now in total.
yeah, it's also my last planned one. If I mess up, I get another one.
Yeah, there's a trick later you can do that gets you through a room, and if you mess up that trick, you will usually collect the missile.
Yeah,
If you do the backup strategy.
missile pack of shame, because at that point you don't need any more missiles.
Nice. Hit the elevator.
Elevator landing.
Welcome to the front.
Yeah, well, right here Toby has the most useless text box in the game,
Yeah.
because the
Oh,
computer.
there's the data room. Okay, I was wondering where I was supposed to go.
Yeah, it's.
Thank you, Adam.
I'm in the previous navigation room. Here he already tells you have to go to the data room, and there he reconfirms it in one single text box and there's whole navigation room animation. Right now Toby is setting up for a shine spark. The shine spark is done twice.
Basically, yeah.
Second one is more spectacular and looks really cool.
It's it's not that easy to make it through that room in time to...
Now your movement has to be somewhat a little bit optimized.
Yeah. There are also these enemies that can snipe you out of your Shine Spark. If you're glowing and you get hit by something, it'll stop your Shine Spark and you won't be able to use it anymore.
If you get damaged while having a Shine Charge, you lose it. So you have 3 seconds and you have to dodge all enemies. Pretty strict requirements. Nice wall jump there.
No, it didn't connect.
And here Toby just randomly lays a power bomb.
Yeah, around here. There's nothing in this room.
Or is there?
No, there's nothing.
There is.
Yeah, so there's actually an SX encounter in that room, but it's so slow that you can make it through.
If you're low on health and you get hit, it's
game
death.
over, yeah.
But it's a very frustrating death to have because it's right before a major refill point.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't get the cool climb there.
Okay, got the spark as well. So that makes 2 of us.
Yeah.
Although I did it slightly differently.
Yeah, you can either spark high or low there.
I did a low spark, so it's such that it gave me a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's a bit easier to do low spark, but
it's more optimal to do higher.
The higher one is a bit faster.
Wow, I opened that door very late. Yeah, I got the diagonal past the button more or less. That was really tight.
Okay, so what's coming up next? Oh yeah, the ship.
Let's see if I'm lucky on the enemy roll. Wow, dodged all enemies. That's good. Let's see, aligning myself with the hole. Oh, barely.
You can use the background there to align yourself, but it's quite tight. I think it's pixel perfect, I don't know.
There we go.
People have died at this place.
The nice thing is right after the SCX encounter, that purple enemy always gives you a red X.
Yeah, red X.
So it completely refills you. Reminder of the safety save, by the way.
Yeah.
What I haven't explained before is the setup for this speed boost I'm about to do.
Oh, really?
We start at a very specific point because if you start later, you won't get the speed boost in time and get sniped by an enemy. If you start too early, you'll run into the door.
Okay, so I lay a power bomb here, and while I leave the room, the power bomb explodes and clears out some blocks. And that way, when I come back later, the blocks will be gone. Safe, yes. Safety safe. So yeah.
And some really adorable animal pictures
Yeah.
hanging out in your ship. Someone on front of the camera.
Hello. Ooh, nice in-game time.
What was your in-game time?
31 of the ship.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, that means I can get a 48 out of this.
We time this game by in-game time. The reason we do so is because between the versions, real time is very different due to the text, and in-game timer is pretty accurate in this game.
Yeah. So you can run this game on basically any language you want, but depending on what language you use, you will have an advantage in terms of real time. For example, Japanese text is 3 minutes faster than English, roughly.
Yeah, across the game you save 3 minutes by using Japanese. We raise English, so both of us have the same advantage.
Yeah, and so you can read the storyline.
That's also a very nice
This is
advantage of using English. This version we both run also has the Spanish and Italian options.
And German, if you want to run in German. Wow, I got it 1 round.
Nice. Yeah, what the Jakusa, the boss Toby's fighting, you have to spam missiles into him. His mouth is open as soon as the fight and the crying starts.
Wow, perfect space jump phase. Okay, that was a perfect fight. I got
Very
one
well
round,
done.
I hit every single missile on the space jump phase, and I got 3 doubles on the core.
Oh boy, there we go.
There's not much you can do better here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have space jump, which means you can fly around the screen, but you can't wall jump anymore, which is unfortunate, because wall jumps in this game are really cool.
Oh,
Then-
don't let you up there.
yeah, these pirates can be a bit annoying.
Yeah. I barely dodged that one. Nice. No beams.
What is it with your RNG today?
Well, it's not all good RNG.
Okay, so there's another SX encounter here.
Let's see. Nope. Nice.
Okay, so this SX encounter can be a bit tricky.
Yeah, it's the most scary of the SEX encounters.
It's also in Sector 2 again.
Ooh.
Yeah, the patterns you get on the jumping, on the space jump phase of Yakuza, they're random. So it jumps in random directions, and it's very hard to predict where it goes.
Yeah.
You have to
But
react.
I've got it through, so that's nice. No doubles, unfortunately, I think. No,
Okay,
no
so
doubles.
this boss right here, where I am right now, this is the reason why you pick up so many missiles.
Takes 48 missiles to go down.
So I'll also use power bombs and charge beams here, since I don't have.
Yeah, you can
enough
substitute
missiles.
one charge shot or one power bomb for a missile.
No, but I actually forgot the pattern, so I'll use 4 charge shots and 2 power bombs, and then just fire missiles at it. Not tank any, hopefully. So that should leave me with 2 missiles for the core. Yeah. Give me some drops. Green drop, yes. That was a double. I'm only getting yellow drops, great. There's one. Okay. So the core takes 5 missiles, so with doubles you can kill him in 3 rounds, but it's really hard to get doubles on this core, because the room is so small.
Let's go.
Run.
Yeah, run for your life.
Lock your door, don't let the beast get in.
Ooh, that was a little bit closer than I would like, but I made it through without any damage there. Yeah, that's there. You could also go to the room to the left and hide behind the wall, but that's obviously
Yeah, that's
slower.
the intended way. Like, you're supposed to hide in that room, wait until it's gone, but it's really slow.
If you jump off if you let yourself fall off the ledge like I did, you can basically land at a spot where you can just jump and fire a missile down to break the block.
Yeah, you can squeeze yourself through the floor there, but you have to be really quick, otherwise it'll catch up with you and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, the beam she fires is an ice beam that still does a lot of damage to you.
And I think a direct hit, like if it touches you, it's actually death, I think. It does too much damage. It's a lot.
You can take one hit, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, you don't want to mess around with it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
So Boxmeister finishing off the plant boss. Nettery. Some people like this boss because it's there's no RNG involved in this boss.
Yeah, that boss is really easy.
All the other bosses have lots of RNG.
That was a double, I think. Whoops.
That was a power bomb.
That was a power bomb. My
Power
bad.
bombs do not do damage to cores.
Nah, unfortunately not.
You get a drop though.
I should be fine on my missile count. There we go.
So yeah, and as you can see, the item always hovers towards a specific spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another trick coming up on my screen. Another tricky Shine Spark.
Go for it.
I'll do the Shine Spark. Ooh, that was close. Almost hit the ledge there. Okay, got it.
Nice.
So yeah, this Shine Spark gets you across several rooms, and it's much faster than walking.
There is one way you can do that even faster and even more impressive.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Boxmeister runner.
Who recently did it in a run, yeah.
Did it in a tournament match even. The 100% tournament of Metroid Fusion is going on as we speak.
Yeah. So basically, there's another Jagger thread you can do there, where you, instead of doing a Shine Spark there, you do a space boost, which means you combine the Shine Spark with your space jump, and then you have to tap A in a specific rhythm to fly through all these rooms. But there's more to it, and it's really hard.
The reason the space boost is faster is because it doesn't have the bonking animation, and you usually use a speed boost, so it also doesn't have the startup animation.
Yeah, so it's really hard and a tiny little bit faster. And there's a guy, Boxmeister is his name, who recently did it. Usually no one does it.
Well, the full one, he did the complete Shine Spark from start up until the point where you have to break it off.
And that's really impressive.
It's a few seconds faster. If you get that one. Doing some bomb jumps.
Yeah. So here's the next boss. His name is Nightmare. Not much to say, just kill it real quickly. There's different phases. Okay, so that's the first one. Ooh, that was really early. So at this point the game actually lags. There's so much going on.
Yeah, the
Metroid
Fusion was released early into the life cycle of the GBA,
got a good
so
pattern
it
here.
pushes the game a little bit too far at times.
Should be good. Yep. Okay.
Okay, let's see if I can get the spark. Oh, I have to go for the backup now.
There's a backup strategy.
Yeah, the backup is a little bit more precise to set up. Let's see if I can get it.
Yeah, you barely have enough space. I'm not getting any doubles.
Okay, at this point I'm gonna walk.
Wow, and I ran out of.
I completely missed the backup. You have
Give me a
slightly,
missile,
you have barely enough space to do it in that time, but you have to be really precise on your shine charge, which is kind of difficult because I'm not completely used to the input delay here.
Yeah.
I run on a different TV at home.
It actually matters what kind of hardware you use for this game. Do you want to speed on it?
Yeah, here this is a game where input lag makes a difference,
especially in 100%. Okay, so now I have the gravity shield, which allows me to move underwater
just as fast as on land. I'm going for safety safe. Just in case.
Yeah. Usually you get the same pattern on Nightmare every time, but once in a while it does change its pattern, and then you'll have a really hard time. So it's really...
Nightmare is by no means a free boss. It is a very dangerous boss, especially on the lower percentage categories.
Yeah, it's really famous for killing runs there.
Although it's actually a boss without RNG, but the manipulation is very precise.
Yeah.
It looks like it's randomly moving, but it actually follows your movement. If you do the same movement every time, you'll get the same pattern.
Yeah, Nightmare is quite complicated in terms of how it exactly moves. It's not only your positioning, there's more to it, but that's test. Nice, I got the freeze. So they're these seahorses, and they have a really tiny hitbox, where you can hit them. But
That's good. I had one missile to shot in one missile to few.
Now for the low percent spreads. Okay,
Actually, I'm
oh, it was
fine.
one missile off. Wow.
I was one missile off.
That's unfortunate.
And I need a few of these green X's.
There we go. Okay, I'm almost at full health. That means I have a good chance of surviving the next boss fight.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, we've actually done this race before at the past BSG.
Roughly a year ago.
Yeah, roughly a year ago. Pretty much exactly a year ago. And I died, which was very embarrassing.
It is also a die which cost one of the Fusion runners at Fusion Race at GDQ last year his run. It's by no means a free boss.
Can be a bit tricky. To be fair, the guy that died, his name is Hercules. He had a lot less E-tanks than I had.
Yeah.
So
we're going for a little bit more safety.
we're good here. Don't worry.
Oh wow!
I got this.
I jumped too late.
Oh, that's
Okay, time for the swaggy low height.
backup strat.
I went for the low height there.
Yeah, you have to make it through that barrier, otherwise you can't proceed.
Yeah. If you really want to do some fancy tricks, you have to make it through the barrier again.
Yeah.
But that requires a precise, a somewhat difficult chime spark chain.
No, it's tricky. So what Boxmeister's talking about here, you have to activate these, the red doors.
Yeah.
He's about to do that. And then there's an intended way out. And there's a not really intended way out that is very tricky to get. So there's an easy and then a hard way.
Yeah, you basically can do, what you can do is use something called a curved missile. What you do there is the missile gets your walking speed, or in this case your jump, horizontal jump speed added to its missile, so it curves around the corner a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't fly straight, but curve.
It's pretty free, you can do it on the English version. They patched it out in the Japanese version, which was actually released later than the English version. The Japanese version also has some added difficulties, difficulty modes, so the easy mode and the hard mode. But yeah.
Don't forget to save.
Yeah, same goes for me. Okay, let's see if I dodge the missile tank this time around. In practice I got this one. Hello. Ooh, landed right next to it.
That was close.
Yeah, that's the missile tank. If you jump at the wrong moment, you land right into it. And at this point, you don't need missiles as much because your damage is mostly determined by your charge beam.
The beam is really powerful at this place.
Yeah, and much faster than your missiles in terms of dealing damage. Because you have plasma beam, which deals damage for every frame it's inside the enemy.
Okay, that was alright. So I'm already better than the last race.
That's an improvement already.
It's an improvement, yeah. Let's see how far I can make it this time.
Hey.
Okay, oops. Almost got sweet spot there. Okay, so now I have wave beam. Wave beam looks really fancy, but it doesn't really do much.
Not at this point.
No, I can now shoot through walls, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't do more damage than plasma.
It has some uses.
Yeah. Oops, that's not what we're supposed to do. So now we're kind of stuck here. There's no way to get out except for going through this forbidden sector.
Yeah, the way to the top is blocked off by crumble blocks. Or screw attack blocks, which we which is an upgrade we also don't have.
Yeah, I think you can There's a really fancy trick that you can do there to get out of bounds during the box fight and then climb up, but that's pretty much TAS only. And it's not useful anyway.
Yeah, and this game has a very strict event order system.
No, I didn't lay a power bomb.
Yeah, power bomb. This room already has a tendency to lag.
Yeah, and you can
Power bombs
lag it
don't
even
help.
more. You can lag it even more.
Lag the
45 escape.
the in-game timer lags as well, so for in-game time it doesn't matter. Space boost time.
So yeah, that's the space boost Boxmeister is doing right there.
Oops. Clipped on the doorpost.
Yeah, so now Adam's yelling at you because you ignored his orders.
Yeah, there is a secret breeding lab where they were breeding Metroids.
There was a secret breeding lab.
There was a secret breeding lab. At my screen it is. So
Okay, it's
yeah.
still there on Boxmeister's side.
It's still okay on my end.
Don't blow it up. Save the animals.
Save the Metroids.
So yeah, basically by destroying that secret laboratory, we also killed all the Metroids. Because there were Metroids on the station, but we now sent them to Oblivion.
What am I doing? One's too early. I first need to hear the voice.
I'm going to be a real princess here and pick up another E-tank.
Yet another one.
Yeah, you can never have enough E-tanks. And this one is really on the way.
It's a very viable. These E-tanks we're picking up are very viable E-tanks to pick up, especially if you're starting out. Because well, you can make it as dangerous as you want.
Yeah, you don't really need that many E-tanks, but for safety reasons.
Yeah.
Safety first.
It goes to show how safe you can make this run.
That was a pretty good gold pirate fight.
There we go. Xbox down on my end as well.
Boxmeister finishing off box.
Yeah, there can only be one box, if you ask me.
I got
That's all of the boxes.
I bombed them.
Let's see.
Okay, this is really. I got my sound muted, but
Yeah, you
All the
will hear it from my TV. The audience will have a nice experience.
all the headphone users on stream are probably dying right now.
I don't know if your audio is hearable on stream. Good ask
Okay.
that.
Oh wow, that's a really nice pattern there. And I got a double. Wow.
That's very nice because at this point your missiles are decked out to the max, so you deal. So it's really hard to get doubles with missiles.
Ooh, I got a double.
Nice. Very
Trust me,
very well
it
done.
is hard to get doubles on this boss.
Yeah. It's by no
That's-
means free.
yeah. I got pretty lucky there. Okay, let's.
I am about to enter this.
Pacifist.
Very nice. Not killing rippers. Okay, if you jump to this door like I did, the Metroids line up,
Yeah.
which is a nice little quirk.
You can see those 3 Metroids there. Forming perfect line.
A conga line. .52. You can normally with a bit of practice you can easily clear that room under 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's
55.
not that hard of an escape. Yeah, now I'm going through my round of yelling.
Being yelled at by the computer.
Yeah. That feels bad.
But look at it from the bright side. The computer loves talking. He probably has the time of his life right now, yelling at you.
Yeah. And Samus for the most part of the game stays silent. Except for the monologues in the elevator, of course.
It's really stupid. The elevators in this game are already pretty slow, and they found a way to make them even slower by adding monologues.
Yeah, Fusion elevators are, I think, the slowest one between Super Metroid Zero Mission and
I think so, yeah.
And if you like text boxes, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. Much more text about to float in. Oops. Okay. So I don't think, I'm not sure whether or not this has a name actually. You might want to name it the talk, because this is a really long text box. One of the reasons why people prefer to run this on Japanese.
Yeah, on Japanese version you save 3 minutes on this text section alone.
No, it's not. Well, it's not. It's over the course of a whole run. It's 3 minutes, but
yeah, but
on
you save a minute here.
A minute on this text box? Well,
I think so. Not completely
well, it's
sure.
a lot.
There's a lot of text here.
Yeah, and then there's another monologue, which you can't skip.
Yeah, it's a
Then
shame.
there's another monologue.
Also, get ready for some nice game audio, people.
And another monologue.
Really, really nice game audio here. Upcoming on my end. Okay, let's do this. Ridley, say
and
hi.
more text. Yeah, you want to shoot diagonally at Ridley, so your beam travels through it.
Stays inside it the longest.
Yeah. To do
Because it deals damage for every frame it's inside of the enemy.
I'm not paying attention to my text. There you.
Okay.
Did he just say donation? No, he said detonation.
I don't know.
Self-destruct donation.
Okay. Got Ridley down. That's another double. That wasn't either.
Hooray, we're done talking.
Very good. It's always nice when the talking is done. Screw attack.
Screw attack. You get screw attack really late in this game.
Yeah, screw attack is a very overpowered item.
Yeah, but you have almost no use for it, because the game is almost over.
Yeah, let's see if I can do this. Nope.
Screw that.
I'm notoriously bad at pacifist, by the way. Pacifist is basically when you leave all the rippers alive in that room.
It doesn't do anything.
It requires some precise space jump timings. Don't forget to save.
Nope. Save of the game. We are almost done, but there are a couple more things.
Yeah, 2 boss fights and an escape to be exact.
Yeah. So yeah, for those who wonder what those ridiculously long text boxes actually contained, we're supposed to blow up the station now. After we saved the whole station multiple times, we now blow it up.
Yeah, because the X-Parasites are too dangerous to be left alive. The computer agrees with us, so we're giving the command to alter the course of the space station.
Why isn't it dead?
Oh wow.
Okay, now it's dead. So yeah, that boss can be a bit tricky. It's usually not that hard. This is also not bad now. Okay, I got some health. I'll try some doubles here.
What you saw me do there was breaking off my walking to prevent me from getting a speed boost. Speed boost is not what I want, because if you get stop on the navigation room, you get you charge a shine spark, and in the intermission between the texts, you might spark away from the path, which loses your time.
Okay, apparently I got 1 double on the boss. You can get doubles on this car. It takes 6 hits, so with doubles, 3.
Very precise.
And I got killed it in 5 rounds, which means I got 1 double. And doubles are not that easy. Plus you get a lot of damage from the car itself if it hits you.
So yeah, right now Toby's on the escape.
I now have 3 minutes to evacuate, get back to my ship, which once again is more than enough. Yeah. Hopefully there are no
Tech
surprises.
should get ready on time on Toby's end.
So let's just hope there are no surprises. Just want to enter my ship and fly away. Nothing else.
There will what? We'll see.
Oh. There's also another pixel perfect shine spark you can do in the next room. It's not too bad if you don't get it, but
Saves 1 or 2 seconds.
no, it saves. Okay, no, I was off. I think Dragon Fangs is another runner of this. He says it saves 17 frames or so. It's almost useless.
Yeah,
okay.
it's because you overshoot.
Where's my
by a
ship?
lot.
Where's my ship? That's not my ship. 105. Yes. Save me. So turns out that SAX, Parasites and Metroids don't get along well. And yes, that thing on the right side is a Metroid.
The last stage of a Metroid. Metroids go through multiple stages in their life cycle. This is the final stage, I think.
Ooh, quick kill.
Very nice quick kill there.
Okay, yeah.
Get ready. That's the spirit.
Okay. Time is now.
Very well done.
It's 21:35. That's not too bad.
I'm currently making my way to the final boss.
So yeah, the game is over now. But Boxmeister said it. We go by in-game time, so after the credits, which will take another 2-3 minutes maybe, we're going to see the in-game time. And yes, even after the game is done, there's still more text, and you can't speed up this text.
Yeah, that's
Really
really a shame about that text. Don't forget to safety save here. Let's see if I can get the complete quick kill.
Yeah, so for the SAX there, I did not quite explain what I was doing there. You want to keep it frozen for the whole fight, and damage it at the same time. And to do that, you shoot beams, fully charged beams, and missiles at almost the same time, basically, in a certain rhythm.
And
So-
diagonally.
Yeah, and you also do it diagonally, so once again the beam travels through the SAX for as long as possible. But to keep it frozen and damage it at the same time can be really tricky. So let's see how this goes.
I am this goof.
Not the best start. Yeah, you can do
Okay,
it.
this is the casual way I'm doing
Yeah,
it
you
right
can do
now.
a safety strat here, which is
which
slower,
is-
but
I call it
a lot
the
safer.
SVX dance.
yeah, it's a lot safer.
Oh boy.
Not looking good.
Let's see.
Okay, it's almost dead. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. This thing is easy to dodge, and you can fill
I
up on
can-
the core.
Yeah, I can do a really safe strat on the core. Basically, I use this ledge to trap it under, and then I can just fire missiles downwards.
Yeah, this is much safer.
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm notoriously bad at getting the doubles, so
Yeah.
I use this setup for safety.
If you use this setup, you cannot get doubles.
You can also do this with a few of the other beam cores. It's the one we use on the first beam core, and one on the white beam core. You can do the same. There's a platform up there where you can get it stuck under.
Yeah, it's safer but slow.
Safe yet slow.
This room is really fancy. You only get to see it for like 10 seconds,
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
it's a shame.
Ooh, no shine spark.
That's unfortunate. I pressed jump too early. Also, I have way too many misses here.
Yeah, let's burn a couple.
Let's burn it. Okay, let's... There we go.
You can make it through those platforms without hitting any of them.
Yeah, you can also do it without morphing by zigzagging through.
But that's harder.
Yeah,
It's faster though.
it is faster.
Okay, low height coming up.
Hopefully. Let's see. No.
Ooh, no, that was too high.
Not by a long shot.
Pogo.
I'm not gonna do pogo with this low amount of health. If I would have full health, I might have done it. Just to be fancy.
Boom.
So yeah. You guys might want to get ready on my end as well.
Sure. Tech guys got you covered. Quick.
Nope.
You need to stand in the just exact spot to get that
Yeah.
critical.
Ooh, the double swipe. I'm getting it.
49. Not too
This
bad.
is the sweet spot. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, coming up.
13%. Ooh. That's a lot.
Come on.
And
Time.
time.
$1:26.21. I'll take it.
Underestimate. That's all that counts. So yeah, my clear time is 49 minutes in-game time. World record is for this category 45 minutes, and by now 3 people have gotten that, which is actually amazing because that's you need to be really, really good to get a 45.
The question, of course, is: do we want to go for my in-game time or do you want to proceed? I'll
Yeah.
leave that up to tech. Do you want to see my credits or do you want to proceed? I'll
It'll-
leave it up to you.
It's around 3 minutes. Up to you.
I'd say
Yeah, probably.
It's fine by me.
Yeah, that's just really hard.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
So thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're interested in more Metroid Fusion, there's a tournament going on right now. Just to advertise this a bit.
we also have a Fusion. We also have a Metroid Fusion Discord. Also Metroid Zero Mission Discord. A lot of people are in both communities. So if you want to know anything about it, just contact one of us. Mandatoby on my left and Boxmeister for me. So yeah. Thank you for watching.
Thanks
and,
everyone.